And the Rebbe would say that even that even being in the world, every spare moment he opens the Sefer. You see, because he has to be. It's not his place. And as we said, the tachlis of the whole Avodah is back to Cheder. Molas Deus Hashem. This whole engagement with the Mesiras Nefesh, that doesn't define us. We're on Shlichus here. The Welt is not our place. It's once we've conquered and elevated, now we can sit down and learn. As I mentioned this to you, the early days, several times the Rebbe would say, at the end of the Fabeng, I'm talking 1953, 54, that, after the end of the Fabeng, but it's only a short break till the next Fabeng. And I think it was Yud Tammuz, 1954, I think. He told this beautiful story, which I mentioned to you, of the Rebbetzin Shana was murdered in Treblinka. The Rebbetzins sister. She married Menachem Mendel Cohen Horenstein. They both were murdered in Treblinka. So when she was crying once, on the story, so they gave her candy. So she took the candy and she stopped crying. But before she took it, she said, "I'm just taking a break for the candy. I'm still going to continue crying. You haven't bribed me. I'm still upset. Take the candy, we'll continue my life." So the Rebbe, made it a good thing, and he quoted her and said, likewise, applying it here. This is just a break from going back. We'll go back to the world, whatever, but it's just a break to go back to the real place. Ultimately, is Chassidim by the Fabrengen. The words of Chazal, Eilahem, Lebanim, Shegolo Mishluchan Avi, woe to the children that were exiled from their father's table. Tachas Hashlevis is everybody back home, sitting by the table by the Fabrengen, and it's Deus Hashem, and Mashiach revealing the deep, sweet secrets of Torah. Tell a story. We just told a story. We'll tell another story. So we'll tell Levi to record that one as well. This is a story. It's well known. We're just going to quote it. Just part of the Beis Tammuz story. So the Rebbe relates that before the Frierdiker Rebbe's arrest in 1927, before that he saw that there were ketrugim, that there were accusations. Nachman and Litzlan, above and below. The Frierdiker Rebbe said that before 1927, as it was approaching, I was very afraid. He says in the Kotei Diburim. Nonetheless, the Rebbe said not only he didn't show any fear outwardly, on the contrary, at that time, and including the actual imprisonment, he continued to inspire and strengthen his flock, and to add and to intensify the avodah of spreading Yiddishkeit and strengthening Yiddishkeit. And even in prison, knowing for certain the danger that hovered over him and over the whole avodah of Fotes HaYadus, he decided that he's not, he's quoting him here. I have no permission to think even such thoughts that can cause a deflation of the spirit, and to be, he said, strong and powerful, without fear, and to speak with a Sofa Bruder, with confidence and a clear language. These are quotations. I'm obligated not to be alarmed, not to be afraid, and not to cause fear, and to remain firm in my Maimad Matzav, not to veer right or left from my decisions, and not to allow the Goyim Yaakov, the Goyim Yaakov, literally the excellency, but the pride of Yaakov, to falter. And so this was his decision, and so, as we all know, he implemented it in actual Payal. So the Rebbe concludes here, so Beis Tammuz 1965, the same Fabrengen recorded before the story of Rebbe asked if someone should do a cartwheel, should dance on their hands by the Fabrengen. So Rebbe said that it's like Moishe Rabbeinu. We just read this now, he was afraid of Oig. He was afraid of Oig. Maybe the schus that he had, that he served Avram once, would stand him by in good stead. And that's what the Abishah told him, do not fear him. Why? Because he did. But not only that, however, not only didn't tell anybody that he was afraid, on the contrary, even on him you couldn't see any fear. Same the Kudah. So the Rebbe is saying, the message to us, with this achlata that we make, no matter what trials we face, sof kol sof, we will be victorious. A wonderful day, everybody. Good to see everyone.